The Fnatic Flick G1 gaming mouse sports the 3310 optical sensor, an ambidextrous shape, and on-RON switches. As always, the links to this mouse are in the description. The Flick G1 is a right-handed mouse with two side buttons on the left side, though the shape is ambidextrous in design. When compared to the Nixius Rebel, the Flick is very similar, but there are some minor differences. Firstly, the sides don't taper inwards as much towards the bottom, which means that the Flick has a wider base. Also, the hump on the G1 is slightly higher and extends further forward before sloping down to the left and right click. Speaking of the left and right click, they also have small grooves for your fingers, which is quite comfortable. I have relatively big hands at 20 by 10.5 cm and I have no problem using this mouse. My preferred playstyle is claw grip, and this mouse is perfect for that. Palm grip is manageable, though not perfect for my hand size. I'd imagine that it would be better if I had smaller hands. Fingertip is fine however, and the mouse is easy to lift, weighing in at just 91 grams. On the base we have the mouse feet, which allows the mouse to glide smoothly. Pushing down hard on the mouse does leave some marks on my mousepad, but I can't imagine anyone pushing down that hard while using it. For normal use it is fine, and I haven't had any problems. Unfortunately, my model of the Fnatic Flick G1 has some sensor rattle, which is a shame. This is the first mouse that I have reviewed on the channel that has had this issue. The mouse shell feels really solid, and the overall feel of the mouse is quite premium. I like the soft rubber coating as it doesn't feel cheap, and I find that it enhances my grip while using it. It has a 1.8 meter braided cable, which was advertised as 2 meters, so be aware of that if you are planning on purchasing it. The cable is very stiff and has the tendency to get caught on things. A mouse bungee could help here, but I also found that having excess cable on the desk was okay if you get it just right. The cable also has a gold-plated USB connector. By the way, if you're enjoying this review so far, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. I need your support to get this channel off the ground, and that would be really helpful, but only subscribe if you like what you see. The Fnatic Flick gaming mouse features 6 buttons, including the scroll wheel, left and right click, a profile switch button, and 2 side buttons on the left side of the mouse. These buttons can be reprogrammed in the official software. This mouse uses on-RON switches rated at 10 million clicks. Here is a quick sound test. The left and right click are responsive and provide soft but tactile feedback. They aren't too light or too difficult to press in. The side buttons feel excellent, providing crisp feedback and not too much travel distance. I also like the size and position of these, as I don't have to move my thumb too much to activate them. These feel similar to the side buttons on the DefAdder Chroma. The profile switch button feels like it requires the most force to press in and provides tactile feedback. The scroll wheel click comes in at a close second in terms of how much force is required to activate it, but it isn't too bad. If it were a little lighter, it would be great though. The scrolling is quite loud, but it feels good with distinctive steps. The official software is the Flick settings software, which can be downloaded on the official Fnatic website. I found that after installing the software, it couldn't detect my Flick G1 unless I ran it in administrator mode, so you might want to give this software administrator privileges if you have the same issue. Once the software is installed, you can create custom profiles for your mouse, which are stored on the Flick G1's onboard memory, though you can back up and restore profiles on your computer. You can adjust the DPI as well as the polling rate. You can also reprogram the buttons, including scroll up and scroll down. You can also record macros, though it doesn't work very well. I had difficulties deleting individual actions and starting a new recording. In the color settings tab, you can adjust the RGB lighting on the mouse. Here is a preview of some of the different options. Overall, the software works well, and the only problems that I have experienced are with recording macros and having to activate administrator mode for the software to detect the mouse. The Fnatic Flick G1 uses the 3310 optical sensor. It has a DPI range of 50 to 5000 in increments of 50. The sensor feels responsive and it holds up in acceleration tests. The specs claim a max tracking speed of 3.3 meters per second or 130 inches. I can't get this sensor to spin out no matter how quick I move the mouse, which is weird, as according to Logitech's Fusion Engine tracker, I can easily clear 200 inches per second. Either the specs are wrong here, or there is something wrong with Logitech's tracking. Regardless, the Flick G1 has never spun out on me. There are polling rate options of 125 to 1000 Hz, and it has 30 Gs of acceleration, and there is no surface tuning. My version of the Flick tracks on one DVD, but not two. I appear to have one of the newer models, as when this mouse first launched, the lift-off distance was reported as being over 3 DVDs, which is really high. However, Fnatic claims that they have fixed this in newer models. My testing was done at 400 DPI and on a dark mousepad for best results. All in all, this is a pretty good implementation of the 3310 optical sensor. It's a shame about the sensor rattle though. To conclude this review, the Fnatic Gear Flick G1 optical gaming mouse boasts some quality features, including a great optical sensor, a comfortable ambidextrous shape, a lightweight, and on-RON switches, though they are only the 10 million variant. Some drawbacks to this mouse include some minor software issues, a stiff, heavy cable, and some sensor rattle. I'm not sure if the sensor rattle is a widespread problem, but it was present in my model, which doesn't inspire confidence. Nevertheless, I can play with this mouse, and it is pretty cheap in the UK right now. It wouldn't be my first choice, but whether it is for you or not, is up for you to decide. I hope this review has helped you. If you plan on buying this mouse and want to help support the channel, I have put Amazon links in the description below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and share this video with those who may be interested. This has been JoshTechBytes. Thank you for watching.